Ever get that feeling like you want to really understand something? Like get right to the heart of it without having to dig through a ton of information.
Yeah, totally. I mean, who has time to sift through endless articles and reports, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what we try to do here, kind of cut through the noise and give you the real insights.
To need to know stuff.
Yep. And today we're diving deep into a business that's doing some really interesting things. Omega Carpet Cleaning, based in Melbourne, Australia.
Okay, carpet cleaning. So what's so special about that? Every city's got a bunch of those.
That's what I thought too, but we've got some pretty compelling stuff here. Material on the founder, Loui Zarkadas, his whole journey in the industry.
Okay, so there's a story there.
Oh yeah. And we've got info on the range of services Omega provides.
All right.
And get this, they've built up a really solid reputation. Like people rave about them.
Impressive. So beyond just getting carpets clean, what are we trying to uncover here?
Good question. I think it's about understanding what makes them different. What makes them stand out in a market that's, let's face it, pretty crowded.
Right, because anyone can rent a steam cleaner, slap a name on a van. It's got to be more than that.
Way more. And the other thing that I'm really interested in is what can we learn from Louis' experience? I mean, this guy's built a successful business focused on quality service.
Oh, that's the gold right there. So many businesses struggle with that. Maintaining quality, keeping customers happy. What's his secret sauce?
Well, let's find out. So, Louis Zarkadas, over 16 years in the carpet cleaning world. I mean, that's a serious commitment.
16 years, that's not just a job, that's a career.
Exactly. And what struck me from the material was he didn't just sort of fall into this. It wasn't just a random job. He saw a real gap in the market, like a need for something better.
So what was he seeing? What were the problems with the existing carpet cleaning scene?
Well, think about it. You hire a cleaner, you expect your carpets to be, clean and dry.
Makes sense.
But he was seeing these common issues, like carpets staying damp for way too long, the use of harsh chemicals, things that could be a real problem for people.
Ah, I see. So it wasn't just about aesthetics, it was about health and practicality too.
Right. And for Louis, this wasn't just something to complain about. It was like a call to action.
The classic entrepreneur origin story. See a problem, fix a problem.
Yeah, but he took it seriously. Dedicated training, hands-on experience, learning how to do things the right way.
Okay, so he's got the skills, the knowledge. What's the next step?
Well, then he makes this really smart move. He invests in top-of-the-line equipment. And this is where Omega Carpet Cleaning is born.
All right, so he's not messing around. He's going all in on quality from day one.
Absolutely. And the mission was clear. It wasn't just to clean carpets. It was to build a business that was synonymous with excellence, integrity,
Yeah.
real customer satisfaction.
High standards. Risky, but if you can pull it off.
Well, they gained traction pretty quickly,
Yeah.
which tells you that Louis was onto something.
So there was a demand for this higher level of service. People were willing to pay for it.
For sure. And a key part of that was this commitment to the best equipment. They used this Sapphire 570's truck-mounted steam cleaning system.
Okay, now you're getting technical. What's so special about this truck-mounted thing? Most cleaners I've seen just wheel in a little machine.
Right, those portable units. Yeah, those are fine for a basic clean. But this truck-mounted system is like next level. It's got way more power.
I see. So more power means.
Deeper cleaning. Those fibers get really clean.
Mm.
And because it's more powerful, the drying time is way shorter.
Ah, so you don't have that soggy carpet for days on end.
Exactly. And think about it. Those are the kinds of details that customers notice, and they tell their friends.
Word of mouth is powerful, especially in a service industry. So what else did they offer? Just carpets?
Oh, no, they went way beyond that.
Mm.
Residential and commercial carpets, of course.
Yeah.
But also upholstery cleaning, rug cleaning, even emergency flood services.
Wow, that's a pretty wide range.
Yeah, and tile and grout cleaning, too.
Yeah.
It's like they anticipated every possible cleaning need a customer might have.
Smart move. One-stop shop for all your cleaning needs. Builds loyalty, makes things easier for the customer.
And they applied that same commitment to quality across all those services. It's not just about being good at one thing. It's about that consistent level of excellence.
Consistency is key. And speaking of consistency, let's talk about their team. Because it's not just about the equipment, right? It's the people using it.
You got it. And Omega, they require all their cleaners to be IICRC certified.
IICRC, what's that all about?
Stands for Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration Certification.
Okay, so it's like a professional certification for cleaners.
Right. And it's the gold standard in the industry. It means they've gone through rigorous training. They adhere to best practices.
So it's not just someone off the street with a mop and a bucket.
Nope. These are trained professionals. And that's a huge signal to the customer, right?
Yeah,
So you're taking quality seriously.
definitely. It shows a commitment to professional standards. And in a field like cleaning, which is constantly evolving, that's really important.
Absolutely. New technologies, new techniques,
Hmm.
especially with things like eco-friendly solutions.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one these days. People are much more conscious of the chemicals being used in their homes and businesses.
Exactly. And Omega's on top of that. They're committed to using the latest, safest, most effective cleaning methods. And this commitment to training, it goes beyond just initial certification. Louis is a big believer in ongoing education, keeping his team up to date.
So they're not just resting on their laurels, they're constantly learning and improving.
And that's what sets them apart.
Mhm.
They're not satisfied with just being good. They want to be the best.
And that kind of attitude usually translates to happy customers.
Absolutely. And speaking of happy customers, another thing that Omega does really well is pricing. They're completely transparent.
Oh, you mean no hidden fees, no surprises when you get the bill?
Exactly. You know what you're paying for up front. And that builds trust. It removes that anxiety that some people have when hiring a service.
I hate when you get hit with those extra charges. Makes you feel like you're being tricked.
Right. So Omega's approach is be upfront, be honest, and stand behind your work.
Smart. And it seems to be working for them.
Definitely. And they back it up with a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee.
Wow, that's a bold move.
Yeah, but it shows how confident they are in their service. They're basically saying, we're so sure you'll be happy. If you're not, we'll make it right.
That's a powerful message. It really puts the customer at ease.
For sure. And then, on top of all of that, they've got some pretty impressive recognition, like they've cleaned carpets for Channel 9's The Block for several seasons.
The Block. That's a huge show. Lots of viewers.
Yeah, and it's all about renovation, design, making things look amazing. So for a cleaning company to be featured on that show.
It's a big deal. It's like a stamp of approval from the design world.
Right. And it's not just about being seen. It's about the level of detail they have to deliver. Those cameras catch everything.
So their work has to be impeccable.
Exactly. And then there's Louis himself. He's been on 3AW radio as a carpet cleaning expert.
So he's not just a businessman, he's a recognized authority in the field.
Yeah, he's out there educating the public, sharing his knowledge, and that builds credibility, not just for him, but for Omega as a whole.
People trust experts. And when an expert recommends a company, that carries a lot of weight.
And it's not just TV and radio. They've also done work for government buildings, restoring carpets, saving taxpayers money.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
they're trusted by institutions as well.
Yeah, and that speaks volumes about their efficiency and effectiveness.
It's one thing to clean a residential home. It's another thing to handle a large government contract. They clearly have the capacity and the expertise.
And get this, they're the recommended carpet cleaner for Super Tough,
Super Tough, the carpet manufacturer.
the one and only. So that's like an endorsement from within the industry itself. It's a big deal.
It's like a seal of approval from the people who make the carpets. They're saying, these guys know what they're doing. They're not going to damage your carpets.
Exactly. It all adds up to this picture of a company that's not just good, they're exceptional.
Mhm.
And they've earned that reputation through hard work, dedication, and a genuine commitment to quality.
Impressive. So let's break it down a little. What are some of the specific services that they offer?
Sure. Well, for homeowners, their residential carpet cleaning is really comprehensive. It's not just about surface cleaning. It's about deep cleaning, removing allergens, creating a healthier living environment.
So it's about more than just aesthetics. It's about health and well-being.
Exactly. They can handle tough stains, pet odors, all that stuff. And they offer protective treatments that can extend the life of your carpets.
Smart. Preventative maintenance can save you a lot of money in the long run.
Absolutely. And on the commercial side, they understand the importance of a clean, professional environment.
Yeah, first impressions are everything for businesses. A dirty carpet can be a real turnoff for customers.
Totally. So they work with offices, hotels, restaurants, you name it. They make sure those carpets and upholstery are spotless.
And it's not just about looking good, it's about hygiene, especially in places where food is served or where there's a lot of foot traffic.
Right. They use cleaning methods that are effective, but also safe for those environments.
Makes sense. So what about those more specialized services, like rugs and upholstery?
Well, I've got that covered too. And what's great is they use fabric-safe, non-toxic solutions.
That's important, especially for delicate materials. Yeah, you don't want to ruin a valuable rug or a piece of antique furniture.
Exactly. They have the expertise to handle those items with care.
So you can trust them with your precious belongings.
Absolutely. And then there's the emergency services, like flood damage restoration.
Oh, yeah, that can be a nightmare. Water damage can lead to mold, mildew, all sorts of problems.
Exactly. So Omega's got a rapid response team. They can come in, assess the damage, and start the drying process quickly.
That's crucial. The faster you can dry things out, the less damage you'll have.
Right. And they use high-speed drying technology to prevent mold growth and minimize the disruption to your home or business.
But they're not just cleaning carpets, they're helping people recover from disasters.
Exactly. They're a real one-stop shop for all your cleaning and restoration needs.
Wow, so we've covered a lot. They really do seem to have it all.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're so successful. They've got this combination of experience, expertise, and a commitment to customer satisfaction.
They're not just ticking boxes, they're going above and beyond.
Totally. And they're constantly innovating. Louis always looking for ways to improve, to be more efficient, to use more eco-friendly solutions.
So they're future-proofing their business, staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly. And that's what it takes to be a leader in any industry.
Absolutely. You can't just rest on your past successes. You have to keep pushing forward.
So if we step back and look at the big picture, what have we learned from Omega Carpet Cleaning?
Well, I think the main takeaway is that quality matters in every aspect of your business, from the equipment you use to the people you hire to the way you treat your customers.
And that investing in quality pays off. It builds trust, it creates loyalty, and it leads to success.
And it's not just about being good, it's about being the best, striving for excellence.
Right, and Loui Zarkadas, he's a great example of that. He didn't just settle for the status quo. He saw an opportunity to do things better, and he went for it.
And he's built a thriving business as a result.
And for you listening, the question is, who are the Omega Carpet Cleanings in your world? The businesses that are setting the standard for quality and customer service.
The ones that are going above and beyond. The ones that are truly committed to excellence.
Exactly. Look around, find them, and support them, because those are the businesses that are making a difference.
And maybe even learn a thing or two from them. Because regardless of what industry you're in, those principles of quality, service, and customer focus, they're universal.
They're the foundation of any successful business. And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into Omega Carpet Cleaning. Thanks for joining us.
Until next time.